for this world title fight. Jimmy, here is our tale of the tape.
You look here at the record. Eddie Alvarez, vastly more experience in bigger fights against better talent, but Michael Chandler has never tasted defeat. Very confident.
Let's now send it back inside the Bellator cage to Michael Williams.
Bellator Fighting Championships now present 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Lightweight World Championship. And now inside the cage first, introducing the red corner at 5'8", weighing in at 154.5 pounds, having earned his title shot. The Season 4 Lightweight Tournament Champion tonight enters the cage undefeated, 8 wins, no losses. From High Ridge, Missouri, he fights out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Introducing Michael Chandler.
9-0, baby, 9-0, Mikey.
And across the cage, the champion fights out of the blue corner at 5'10", weighing in at 154.75 pounds. Impressive as a professional, 22 victories, only 2 defeats. Recognized as the best lightweight in the world today, from Philadelphia, the defending Bellator Lightweight World Champion, Eddie Alvarez. And the referee in charge of the action, Troy Waugh.
Fighters, center the ring. Fighters, center the ring. Gentlemen, we all know the rules. I want a good, clean fight. I will not tolerate anything less. Let's touch gloves. Let's get ready to rock and roll.
This Bellator World Title fight is under the unified rules of MMA, scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Elbows to the head are allowed. There is Jamie, Eddie Alvarez's wife. His 3 sons are also in attendance. Michael Chandler versus the champion Eddie Alvarez for Bellator's Lightweight World Championship. The bell in round number 1.
How much time will Eddie spend on the feet? That's an important part of this fight. Good left hand.
Chandler is in the black trunks. Chandler
he got him
in the white trunks.
He hurt him back.
He's letting go. Alvarez in all sorts of trouble trying to hold on.
Oh, good right hand by Eddie.
Troy Waugh was seconds away from stopping this fight in favor of Chandler.
Eddie could still be rocked. Remember, Eddie gets rocked in every fight and manages to come back, but you know he is still in trouble.
Alvarez said, one of us is going to win inside of 2 rounds. If that doesn't happen, this will go all 25 minutes. I thought that was a remarkable statement from the champion.
Could be a statement of bad luck because he got rocked.
Partial suplex there by Chandler. Alvarez trying to fire back to the body. Bouncing the step of Eddie Alvarez.
And I think Chandler established he is not to be taken lightly on the feet.
Jimmy, I'm telling you, referee Troy Waugh was about to step in and stop the fight in favor of Chandler.
I'm glad he didn't. Eddie was able to stay on his feet. Didn't look hurt like he was hurt that badly. Able to come back. Another good right hand.
Great inside right on the counter by Alvarez. His best punch of the fight thus far.
And Chandler doing a great job with that lead right. Beautiful jab.
Eddie Alvarez said, I have to pick my spots when to explode, but I need to put Michael Chandler into a fight.
Now Chandler's exploding first, very athletic. I think his speed is surprising Eddie at this point.
Alvarez talked to us, Jimmy, about calculated risk, knowing how to pace himself.
And that's one thing he said he made very clear. He goes, this kid has not been in a 5-round fight like I have. He doesn't know how to pace himself like I do. Chandler coming out with a lot of energy so far. Can he keep this pace up? Good straight right. Both these guys are having a lot of success with that lead right. Man, only 2 minutes into this fight. Unbelievable.
Incredible action thus far. That's a really clever, almost look away, walk away right hand by the champion, Eddie Alvarez.
And he looks like he's recovered well. That's an important thing. He's been dropped in a lot of fights. He recovers very quickly.
Chandler trying to change levels. Chandler wants to use his wrestling, but on the ground, he is a ground and pound fighter, not a submission fighter.
Good body work by Eddie. Chandler now starting to kind of find his rhythm.
Chandler went for the leg, couldn't find it. Alvarez to the body. Chandler now tying his man up. Remarkable start to this world title fight.
Eddie dropped by Joachim Hansen. Tatsuya Kawajiri came back to win both of those fights.
Roger Huerta dropped him as well.
He did. Trying to take his back. Good job by Chandler.
Chandler too slick. Out the back door, a single leg, then Alvarez slick back to his feet.
And the crowd is on its feet tonight.
Alvarez, it was an absolute destruction of Roger Huerta. A TKO stopped between rounds 2 and 3, and yet Huerta dropped Alvarez in that fight.
Now this is where Eddie is at his best, in the center of the cage when he's loose. I think the speed of Chandler, his aggression beginning his fight kind of got him on his heels. Looks like he's recovered, but Chandler's still very dangerous. Oh, another good right.
So remarkable that Chandler, entering the season for 155-pound tournament back in March, said, I'm thinking about Eddie Alvarez. The other 7 tournament fighters said, it's just one fight at a time. I'm not even going to consider the champion.
Eddie's talking to Chandler now. Trying to get inside the head.
Outside kick by Eddie Alvarez.
Of the much younger fighter. I think that's important. Little gamesmanship there. Great knee.
Oh, that was a big knee as Chandler
Another
dropped.
good right.
Good overhand right by Alvarez. Chandler missing with the left. Bouncing the step of Alvarez. Chandler trying to pounce. Knee by Chandler. Good uppercut.
Eddie moved his head at the end of that. Just grazed him. But Chandler still moving forward.
Chandler not intimidated coming forward.
Good right hand.
Alvarez not intimidated coming forward. No counter fighting thus far.
Man, can you say round of the year? I think this is it.
Right hand on the inside by Chandler.
And he has to be careful with his jab hand. He's got to watch that lead right. Michael has stunned him with it. Another good jab.
Chandler came
another good right.
A straight wrestler, but he has really worked hard on his striking. Final seconds of round number 1. An amazing round number 1.
Threw up to the
right hand by Chandler. Looking to finish before the bell.
You see here the end of that first round, but they are right back in it. Oh, good right by Chandler.
Round number 2. You saw in that replay, referee Troy Waugh about stepped in. He hitched and caught himself. Waugh almost ended his fight in favor of Chandler early in round 1. But we continue round 2, and Jimmy on your scorecard.
Yeah, 10-9, Michael Chandler. Looked like Eddie was winning back that round, but that flurry at the end, I think, iced it for Michael Chandler. That's 2 times it looks like he could have finished Eddie Alvarez. That's stunning.
Michael Chandler is in the black trunks. The champion Eddie Alvarez is in the white trunks. This for Bellator's lightweight world title. Chandler, it was fascinating, Jimmy. He said, I don't want a fluke knockout win. I want to go at least past 3 rounds. I want to show that I have dominated the champion, Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah, that's a bunch of crap. If he could have ended that in the first round, he would have. He didn't back off because he wanted to. You finish it when you can against a guy as dangerous as Eddie Alvarez.
Foot stomps and knees to the thigh by Chandler. Another foot stomp.
I never believed that, I wanted to really show what I had. No, you want to win. Both these guys want to win.
Chandler forgot about that statement when he was trying to finish in round 1. I keenly observed that point. Phenomenal fight. Blood coming out of the mouth of the champion, Eddie Alvarez, and a big takedown from Chandler.
This is where Chandler has been so dominant in Bellator, on top. Good submission game, but really good with his ground and pound. Tremendous pressure.
You saw Chandler taking the back, but not getting either hook in. Alvarez back to his feet. Alvarez missing with that right hand.
There's an outstanding lead right. I think he needs to set it up a little bit better. Chandler's catching him with that jab coming in. Now he's starting to read the right hand.
This crowd is absolutely rocking here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida.
Now Chandler mugging him a bit, sticking his chin out.
Seems to be a split crowd, Jimmy. Half behind the champion, half behind the challenger in this fight.
I don't care who you're behind. This has been an amazing fight.
Chandler trying to become the champion.
Oh, good knee.
Alvarez trying to further his claim as the top 155-pounder in all of MMA and make his second successful title defense.
Now, both fighters said they wanted to make it a fight. Both fighters are correct. That's what they're both in.
How smart there was Chandler, Jimmy. He was in a position to be knee in the head, and he kept both of his palms flat on the canvas.
Exactly. 3 points position. Anything more than your feet on the ground, you cannot be kneed. Remember, Chandler does have, Eddie Alvarez does have outstanding submission skills. A lot of options from here. Guillotines, Peruvian neckties, got to be careful. Chandler has to be conscious on the bottom.
Alvarez now getting his right hand on his left bicep.
The gator roll, anaconda. We see here Chandler protecting, pulling that right elbow down to give himself some space. How much energy is Eddie using here? That's the question.
Chandler back to his feet, eats a knee, and then slips the right hand. Counter right on the inside by Chandler. Both fighters going all out for victory. This is not about scoring points. This is not about playing it safe. This is to win or retain the world title.
Great head movement by Chandler. He's moving back off that right hand very effectively. I think he's reading it well.
Bounce to the step of the champion, Eddie Alvarez. Final minute of round number 2.
Eddie needs to get that lead hand going, that lead jab and lead hook. Michael Chandler's really timing that right hand well with his head movement.
Alvarez to the body, then the head.
One thing Eddie does very well, works the ribs. He's a good body puncher, nice leaping left hook.
Chandler feinting, coming forward. Counter shots the kick, glancing kick there by Alvarez. Alvarez showing his elusiveness on the feet. Feinting coming forward now.
See Chandler slowing down.
Good kick on the left hand.
See Chandler slowing down a little bit.
Alvarez feinting with the flying knee. Hold it back. Closing seconds of round 2 of this world title fight at 155 pounds. I love this fight, Jimmy. Heading into round number 3, we're scheduled for 5 in this Bellator lightweight world title fight. Michael Chandler earned this title shot by way of winning Bellator's Season 4 155-pound tournament, facing the champion, the top 155-pounder in all of MMA, Eddie Alvarez. 3 judges scoring cage side from the state of Florida. Jimmy, on your unofficial scorecard.
Matt, why did I have to score that last round? Unbelievably close, almost an even round. But I'm going to give it to the champ 10-9 and have it even.
Michael Chandler is in the black trunks. The champion, Eddie Alvarez, is in the white trunks.
Now Chandler's pace slowed a little bit in that second round.
Again, Alvarez said, I need to put Chandler into a fight. He did not believe that Chandler had ever been in a fight before. Chandler entering this bout a perfect 8-0 in his pro MMA career.
Now it's Eddie taking the center of the cage.
Good left hand by Alvarez.
That's important. Chandler's at his best when moving forward.
Chandler missing with a hook to the body.
Now his corner in between rounds says, I want to see that uppercut. Change up your punches. I think that's because Chandler is reading the right hand so effectively.
It's been a pretty split crowd, even for Chandler and Alvarez, but now chance of Eddie.
Also, those Philadelphians so loud. Doesn't have to be a split crowd. Even if it's 50-50, you're going to hear Eddie's fans every time.
Chandler didn't know the exact number, but he said, I'll have at least 20 family members here, including his mom, Betty, who you saw earlier, as well as his dad, Mike.
One of my favorite quotes from Eddie Alvarez said, my fans would boo Santa Claus.
They did actually at the Eagles game in the early 1980s.
Oh, City of Brotherly Love.
Good left hand by Chandler, then misses with the right to the body.
See Chandler slowing down a lot here.
Alvarez trying to turn up the pace. Alvarez in a position to knee.
Maybe you see here that left hand, he was leaving it on the ground to avoid the knees. Now going for the guillotine.
Chandler pops his head free. Both fighters so sweaty right now, Jimmy. It's tough to get a standing guillotine in those gloves, as you know.
Chandler looked down. I don't know if there was some kind of problem there.
Alvarez trying to let the hands go. Chandler pulls away on his bicycle.
And he's turning it on now.
Alvarez trying to let go with the
Another good right hand. He could be looking for the finish here, Sean.
In stalking mode now. Chandler trying to fire back. champion. To the body now for Eddie Alvarez. Uppercut. Straight left hand by Alvarez. Chandler missing with the counter right.
I think it was a body shot that hurt him initially. It seemed like all the gas suddenly went out of Michael Chandler, like all of his air suddenly went out of him, and Eddie's a great body puncher. I think that was what did it.
Chandler in the single leg shot, Alvarez the sprawl, pulls his leg free.
Man, Chandler looks just about spent, but he is still very dangerous, and Eddie knows that.
Body lock now by Alvarez. Alvarez seeing things go his way here in round number 3. Letting go with the hands. Chandler missing with that right hand. Alvarez keeping his boxing tight. Alvarez to the body. Chandler missing with that jump-in knee.
But he's taking big, gulping breaths, and he is so exhausted. I think those body shots just took so much out. Now he's in big trouble.
Alvarez sensing the end, trying to let go with the hands, trying to find the finish here in round 3. Chandler so tough firing back.
But Chandler's still loading up. You see just unloading at the ribs. 1 minute left in this round. Can Eddie finish him?
Another spectacular round in this truly spectacular fight. Another single leg shot by Chandler. Another successful sprawl by the champion Alvarez.
And every one of these takedowns that he doesn't get takes so much out of him. Look at the hip pressure of Eddie Alvarez and Michael Chandler just spent from here.
Well into minute 15 of this fight. Remember, we're scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Just relentless with this takedown, but Eddie Alvarez relentless with the body shots. Going for an outside switch now.
Do not grab the fence, Ed.
It's basic wrestling. I think Chandler's just holding on, trying to see the end of the round. See a smile on the face of the champ.
You see the blood over both fighters. Michael Chandler versus the champion Eddie Alvarez for Bellator's lightweight world title. Closing seconds of round number 3. A tremendous fight to this point. Chandler has sensed the finish, Alvarez has sensed the finish, and still we fight on. Here comes round number 4, scheduled for 5 of this Bellator lightweight world title fight. Undefeated Michael Chandler versus the champion Eddie Alvarez. Alvarez looking to record his 23rd Pro MMA win, and this is 25th Pro MMA fight. Jimmy, how do you see this fight thus far?
Man, I give the last round to Alvarez, 10-9. That's his first clear dominant round. I gave him round 2, but that was very, very close. I thought round 3 was the first one he clearly took.
Chandler is in the black trunks. The champion Alvarez is in the white trunks. Alvarez cut badly, and in at least 2 places, if not more, in his mouth. Leaking a lot of blood out of his mouth. There's still quite a bit of blood on the back of Michael Chandler. It's the blood of Eddie Alvarez from the mouth.
The thing is, you know, Chandler established that right hand early on in the fight. That made Eddie Alvarez give him a lot of respect in that 3rd round and not going for the finish when he might have been able to do that. He didn't want to walk into another one of those right hands.
Alvarez trying to walk down Chandler with punches.
That's when he's been successful, starting with the body attack and then going to the head. Remember, it was a body shot that started the dominance of the 3rd round.
Chandler so complimentary coming into this fight of the champion Eddie Alvarez. He said he really doesn't have a weakness, but what I can exploit is his wrestling. By and large, Jimmy, this has been a stand-up fight.
I was about to say, it's been mostly a stand-up fight. Chandler has really impressed me with his boxing.
Good right hand by Chandler.
He's a little below the chin. Hit him in the upper chest. Eddie coming back.
9th Pro MMA fight for Michael Chandler. The first time he has been past 3 rounds. The 25th Pro MMA fight for Eddie Alvarez. Just the 2nd time that he has been past 3 rounds.
Man, he is still winging power shots, Sean.
April of this year, Eddie Alvarez defended his Bellator world title versus Pat Curran, winning a 5-round unanimous decision.
He looked gassed at the end of that 3rd round, but still coming forward, still throwing with a lot of fire in this 4th round.
Here's the shot.
Oh, good right hand.
Big right hand by Chandler. His best punch since round 1, then the left. Windmill right by Chandler, just missed the mark. A bad
Good
mouse
uppercut.
forming under the left eye of Michael Chandler.
Oh, another big right hand. He's hurt. He's hurt badly.
Chandler now pouncing. Alvarez bleeding terribly out of the mouth. Chandler letting go with the full-on ground and pound.
He needs to get space. He needs to get up right now.
Chandler
is all over him.
Chandler trying to move the side control, and he has it. Chandler knee on belly passes. Beautiful pass now into mount for Michael Chandler.
Eddie has great recovery, but he's mounted right now. Now giving up his back.
Chandler with
That's it.
choke. There's the tap, and we have a new champion. Michael Chandler is Bellator's new lightweight world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage by way of a rear naked choke. The tap comes officially 3 minutes, 6 seconds into round number 4. The winner by submission, and now the new Bellator lightweight world champion, Michael Chandler.
He's just 25 years old. He's now 9-0 in his pro MMA career, and he is Bellator's second ever 155-pound world champion. Michael Chandler is with Jimmy Smith.
I'm here with your new lightweight champion, Michael Chandler. It's my job to not be at a loss for words, but I'm at a loss for words describing this fight. Who thinks this was fight of the year? What do you gotta say, Champ?
I gotta say, my face looks pretty darn good. Eddie's the man. Gosh, I don't know if we can, like you said, I don't know if we can look for a better fight than that. He brought it to me the whole time. It was freaking rough.
Now, as hard as that fight was, all you've talked about is your faith, your drive, your belief in yourself. Did that keep you going through this fight?
It sure did. I told you I was gonna be standing right here. Over a year ago, I told you I was gonna be standing here, and thank God for this opportunity. Thank Eddie for, stepping in here. He's a great champion. Yeah, thank everybody. He's awesome.
Now, speaking of Eddie Alvarez, Eddie, come on over, man. It's hard to say there's a loser in a fight like this. This is the kind, I know it's not the result you wanted, but this is the kind of fight you wanted tonight.
No, me and Joachim Hansen fought a fight like this not too long ago, and in this case, I don't think there is any losers. I think the crowd wins on this one. So, congratulations, Mike, and thank you guys for coming out to watch us.
Congratulations to our new lightweight champion, Michael Chandler.
Our tale of the tape.
You see nothing highlighted. Age, height, weight, reach, all relatively the same. No physical differences really between these guys. It's going to be the intangibles that decide this fight.
You ready?
That is what is at stake. Bellator's lightweight world title, round number 1. Alvarez in the red trunks, the champion Chandler in the white trunks.
The thing about Chandler, he likes to keep his hands low and rely on his speed. That might be a mistake against Eddie.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
Side-to-side movement from Alvarez. Swing and a miss, then the slip by Chandler. Alvarez didn't pounce.
That's the one thing that's always impressed me about Eddie is his footwork. Not a lot of guys in MMA have that boxing angling footwork. Eddie Alvarez does.
Right hand lands from Alvarez. So Chandler trying to establish the jab. There's Chandler coming forward.
The one advice I would have given Eddie Alvarez in the first round if I were his coach is move, move, move. Head movement, foot movement. Don't stand in front of this kid like you did at the beginning of the last fight. Make him miss, frustrate him, make him pay.
Alvarez looking very loose on his feet. Now looking for the single leg. Chandler doing well to defend. Gets the separation.
In Eddie Alvarez's corner, Kenny Monday. U.S. Olympic gold medalist, outstanding wrestler. You know he's been working on his takedown defense.
Stiff left jab by Alvarez. Already an abrasion under Chandler's right eye. Good right hand by Alvarez.
Eddie loves that punch, that lead right hand.
Alvarez just waving Chandler in. Chandler yet to find the striking timing.
You tell what Eddie wants to do, frustrate the kid. Angle, move, make him miss, make him frustrated. He may be naturally faster, he may have picked up a lot of boxing, but Eddie Alvarez just more experienced.
Good right hand by Chandler. Chandler swinging hard as he steps into the pocket, Jimmy. Above the waistline from Chandler, now walking forward. Counter left from Alvarez. Good right hand. Alvarez looking for the single leg. The fighters back to their feet. 1:45 remaining, round number 1. Scheduled for 5. This for the Bellator lightweight world title.
One thing Eddie's gonna have to do is counter-strike effectively. Catch Alvarez when he misses, when he makes mistakes, make him pay, make him back off. Because right now, he's certainly the aggressor in this fight. Isn't landing effectively yet, but he's certainly pushing the pace. Good strategy against somebody like that is land some good counter-strikes, make him respect you.
Chandler missing badly with that lead left hook. He comes forward. Alvarez, a lot of lateral movement, Jimmy.
Nice jab.
Kick caught. Chandler pounces. Has to get one hook in. Big takedown. Chandler now has his right hook in.
I can't see how deep it is from here. It's deep.
Tied on the rear naked choke. Chandler looking to finish. 28 seconds to go. Can he find it in this time? No. Great submission defense from Alvarez as he powers out. What a look of grit and determination on the face of Eddie Alvarez.
Fight.
John McCarthy recognized the accidental headbutt. Quick separation. Right back to it. Chandler right back to it, driving in. Slip by Chandler. Here comes round 2.
Get up.
Jimmy, your scorecard round 1.
Very close first round. I went 10-9 Chandler. Eddie was landing good, effective counter-strikes at the beginning of the round. Then he was still angling toward the end of the round, but Michael Chandler started taking over. You saw the takedown at the end. Very close, but 10-9 Chandler on my scorecard.
Oh, good right hand, then the left. Counter right back from Alvarez. Misses badly. Bounce in the step of the champion, Michael Chandler. Chandler's worked so much, not just on his footwork, but on his head movement and his stand-up. Bring the C punches better, slip punches better. Footing right from Alvarez. Chandler, you can see just loading up that right hand, Jimmy.
Landing a couple good ones so far.
Alvarez on his bicycle, circling to a better angle.
Likes that look away right hand, that strafing right hand. It's been a very effective punch for him. Just like that.
Slight abrasion now under the left eye of Eddie Alvarez. Trying to establish his jab. Good left hand, almost a look away. for 1-2.
Nice jabbing. What will it do to the energy level of Eddie Alvarez? He has been circling non-stop since the beginning of this fight. Costs a lot of energy angling that much. It's an effective strategy. Move, 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 but it also takes a lot of gas.
Stiff jabs from Alvarez. See, Chandler, though, Jimmy, is he's walking and really trying to showcase that head movement. To the body. Looking for the takedown, and he gets it. Right back, another takedown from the waist cinch. See, Alvarez trying to pop back to his feet.
Chandler has what I call wrestler's jiu-jitsu. It's opportunistic. Things like rear naked chokes, guillotines, head and arm. He'll catch you in a bad position, and he'll capitalize on it. Can be very effective.
Earlier in round 2, and another takedown by Chandler. I mentioned the abrasion under Alvarez's left eye, now bleeding from under his left eye. There's Chandler bleeding from under his right eye. Chandler trying to stay tight. Downward elbow strikes from Alvarez. See the blood on the thigh now of Eddie Alvarez. It's from under Chandler's right eye. Significant bleeding and significant swelling, Jimmy. Alvarez looking to his corner.
Come on, let's work. Let's go.
John McCarthy telling both fighters to work.
It's a difficult position for Michael Chandler to use here. Got to pull him off the fence.
Alvarez just looked at McCarthy like, are you going to stand us up? Alvarez gets up of his own volition. 50 seconds to go, round number 2.
Oh, nice combination.
Chandler's left eye is starting to swell significantly. And the level change from the champion. And the takedown. 20 seconds remaining, round 2. Open guard from Eddie Alvarez. Right hand from Chandler, posturing on his knees, close guard from Alvarez. 10 minutes in the books. Bellator's former lightweight world champion Eddie Alvarez versus that man, Bellator's reigning lightweight world champion Michael Chandler. Round number 3 of this rematch. Jimmy, what do you think thus far?
10-9 Chandler in round number 2. I thought Chandler landed better strikes. Other than that, oh, nice kick.
In the right hand.
An uppercut combination Eddie Alvarez threw was his best combo of the fight. I thought Chandler's activity and takedowns won him that second round. Very close, though.
Three rights to the body from Alvarez.
Question's gonna be what's gonna happen if that eye swells shut. Depth perception goes right out the window. Sorry, that left eye.
There's swelling under the right eye, but the really bad swelling's under the left.
Really swelling shut.
They're driving through. That's nicely defended by Alvarez. Left jab from Alvarez again. Swing and a miss on the uppercut from Chandler. Hands much lower now, Jimmy, for Michael Chandler here in round 3.
And he always likes his hands low. I think that's a weakness in his style. He likes that low-handed kind of style, but you're relying on your speed there. Eddie Alvarez, of course, having a year off from MMA, he talked to us about it and says, I'm better because of that year off. I healed up in that year off. I got my head straight and my life straight in that 1 year. Now, Chandler, of course, more active, but if you remember, they've been quick fights. He blew away Gono, blew away Dave Rickles. Rick Hahn was only in the second round of a fight that he dominated, so he hasn't had a ton of rounds himself since he fought Eddie.
Bouncing the step of Chandler. Looking to successfully defend his Bellator lightweight world title for the third time. Truthfully, Jimmy, no disrespect to David Rickles or Rick Hahn, the first time that he's been tested in the title defense.
Very true. Talk about him having more fights. Hasn't had a lot more ring time.
Chandler now bleeding out of his nose.
Eddie Alvarez starting to take advantage. Blending well with the jab, and he's targeting that eye.
Driving through, and again you see Alvarez. He's following through and getting the separation that he wants.
Problem is that each one of those takedowns he doesn't get costs him a lot of energy.
Alvarez, you see, just trying to kick out the leg. Chandler being very patient.
And Chandler looking very tired.
1-2 to answer, though, from Chandler.
Everybody down at Alliance has told me nobody trains like Michael Chandler. The guy's a madman in the gym. That's why I gave him the check mark, thinking he had the better gas tank. He looks very tired right now.
Spinning back fist from Alvarez, uppercut to counter from Chandler.
The bloody nose could be affecting his ability to breathe. His mouth very wide open.
And that left eye of Chandler looking like a bit of a disaster. Swollen and bleeding badly under the left eye. Also cut in his left lid. Second attempt for a rear naked choke. One hook in for Michael Chandler.
Not quite in the right position. And that eye is a mess.
Nicely done, just powering through Alvarez on the takedown. 25 seconds to go, round 3.
Right, you just said only 25 seconds left. Not enough time to really use that top position.
Alvarez, you see, keeping Chandler close, out of striking distance from his open guard. Elbows to the body from Alvarez on his back. Forearm, then a left hand from Chandler from the top position. Body head with the right. The championship rounds upcoming. Round number 4 starts with a chant of Eddie. Here at the Long Beach Arena, Jimmy threw 3 rounds.
Gave Eddie Alvarez that last round, 10-9, have it 2-1 for Michael Chandler. The doctor looking very closely at that eye. Might give Chandler a bit of urgency in this 4th round.
Now trying to walk down Chandler, who's on his bicycle. First being busy with the left hand.
You see the shift. Oh,
Shot
nice
knee, and
flying
that
knee.
landed clean. Beautifully timed by the champion. More left hands though from Alvarez as he backpedals. Chandler coming forward, a good left hand. Shot in the sprawl. Not much between these two fighters in the Bellator cage tonight. Rose guard now from Alvarez.
Now Eddie's looking tired. This is where Chandler wants to turn it on.
Blood on the face of Alvarez from that cut under his left eye.
Also out of the nose. His nose is bleeding quite a bit.
Open guard from the former champion, Eddie Alvarez. The reigning champion, Michael Chandler, trying to go to work with his ground and pound. Big right hands. See Alvarez raise up with the chest hold, bringing him in close.
Eddie needs to get some distance, get back to his feet.
Chandler tenacious, throwing those right hands from his knees. The big wide base, now the left.
Great
Another
elbow
left
strikes.
elbow. Right elbow strike that time.
Get your fingers out of his throat, Mike.
McCarthy just telling Chandler, fingers out of the throat. He's using that to try to essentially hold the head of Alvarez still. Still open guard for Eddie Alvarez. Both fighters covered in blood, their own and each other's.
Trying to trap the arm, the right arm of Eddie Alvarez under his back. Then he can let go with the left hand.
Don't grab the glove, grab the whole hand, Michael.
Alvarez trying to shrimp and also trying to punch from his back. Another elbow strike from Chandler.
And Chandler really turning it on top. That's why they call these championship rounds. These are two of the top lightweights in the world.
Chandler looking to suck in the wrist and the arm of Alvarez. This is with that right hand. Landing with those right hands.
Dominant round so far for Michael Chandler. It's how much does Eddie Alvarez have left? That's the question.
And Jimmy Alvarez, time and time again, trying to throw from flat on his back. Not looking for sweeps, just shrimping and trying to punch.
Problem is, punches from the bottom are never as effective as punches from the top. He's got to use those strikes to set up something, be it a submission, a sweep, some space for an escape. Just elbows from the bottom, strikes from the bottom aren't going to do it.
Twice in sequence, McCarthy warning Alvarez,
Go,
grabbing
Mike,
the
you want to stay there?
fence.
Let's improve. Let's go. Let's go.
The bell can't come soon enough now for Eddie Alvarez. 10 seconds to go, round 4. Chandler letting go with punches and elbows from this top position. And we will go to the 5th and final round.
Step on back. Step on back.
The first time around,
Here we go. You ready?
it did not get out of the 4th round. Chandler submitting Eddie Alvarez. Here in the rematch, we have reached the 5th round. Jimmy, how do you see it thus far?
So far, I have it 3 rounds to 1 for Michael Chandler. I only gave Eddie round number 3. Eddie's corner very honest in between rounds. I said, you got to get him out of there if you want the belt, if you want to win. I agree completely.
Chandler backing himself up. Shooting good sprawl from Alvarez on the double-leg attempt and 2 left hands. Jump knee again from Chandler.
Chandler's hands way down. Eddie needs to take advantage of those hands being down if he wants to take this fight. Oh, nice uppercut.
Takedown for Chandler. Set up in sequence from the uppercut. And now looking to take the back of Eddie Alvarez.
They are right in front of us. That is all crank. Pure power on the jaw and the neck. He's got to get underneath the chin to finish.
Chandler going hard on the crank.
Man, a crank takes a lot of energy, so you have the gas to finish that. Needs to get underneath the chin to get the choke.
Alvarez turning. Back to his feet. The waist cinch on Chandler.
Can't question the heart of either one of these guys. Eddie Alvarez still fighting hard, still fighting like he wants that belt. He's down, he's not out.
See the blood dripping out of the mouth of Michael Chandler. Chandler trying to explode to a better position. Alvarez matching him turn for turn. Hammer fist now from Alvarez. Two phenomenal fighters throwing down in the Bellator cage. Bloodied, bruised, swollen, beaten, and still they fight on. At stake, the Bellator lightweight world title. The former champion Eddie Alvarez versus the current champion, the man who took his title, Michael Chandler. 2:30 to go.
I would watch these guys fight 20 times, 30 times, as many times as Bjorn Redman will put him in the cage. I'll watch him.
Chandler keeping himself grounded with his right hand. Also with his right knee. Left from Alvarez.
At this point, the bodies of both these guys have to be spent. I know they train hard, but so much of what you're seeing is heart and guts.
Chandler trying to somersault to a better position. Again, Alvarez matching him and gets one hook in.
Has two of them in.
Alvarez now thinking his own rear naked choke to finish and take back his title.
Can't see how deep it is, he might have it. Chandler able to roll out, but still full mount. He's in big trouble still.
Chandler again looking for the rear naked choke. Lost it. 1:15 to go. What a fight. Phenomenal.
Man, this is unbelievable. Chandler struggling at this point. Eddie doing everything he can to get the finish, but Chandler just won't give in. He's got to get out of this position, though.
The crowd not behind the champion, Michael Chandler, but behind the former champion, Eddie Alvarez.
They're just applauding the guts we're seeing here. Man, Chandler's face is a bloody mess. But he is still fighting and ends up on top.
Also covered in blood, and now he's on his back and in the open guard. This is beyond talent. This is character, Jimmy.
In fighting, you can't hide from who you are. You cannot hide from what's inside you. These guys are warriors.
The finish line in sight. Will we reach it? 15 seconds to go. Another takedown from the champion.
Man, another fight I feel privileged to see, Sean. Privileged to call.
A phenomenal 25 minutes in the Bellator cage. And look at the show of respect from these two phenomenal fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, we go 5 full rounds. So we now go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, cage side Mike Beltran, sees the fight 48-47. He sees the fight for Chandler. Your second judge, Stephen Davis, scores the fight 48-47. He sees the fight for Alvarez. Your third and final judge, Derek Cleary, scores the fight 48-47 for the winner by split decision for the new and now two-time Bellator lightweight world champion, Eddie Alvarez.
The former and now current Bellator lightweight world champion. He has taken back his title. Eddie Alvarez claims the split decision win over Michael Chandler.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.